Hello, welcome to Cinema Clips. Meredith Grey has been through more life-threatening situations than most doctors ever will. From near drownings to explosions and even a plane crash, she's constantly pushing the limits of survival. These moments aren't just scary, they show Meredith's strength and just how much she's willing to risk for her patients. Today we're looking at 7 Grey's Anatomy episodes where Meredith came dangerously close to dying. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into it! Starting off at number 7, we have Perfect Storm. Meredith has grown up on Grey's Anatomy and become a mother too. In this season 9 episode, she gives birth to her baby, but she almost dies because she had fallen and hurt her spleen. Just when it seems like the beloved character is out of harm's way, something happens to send them close to death once again. The episode is called Perfect Storm because Meredith explains in her infamous voiceover,
"Everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. Surgeons have a name for it. We call it a perfect storm. Funny, never thought it would happen to me."
At number 6, we have Flight. Mark and Lexi die after the season 8 finale plane crash, and it's awful to remember how in love they were and how close they came to making things work. Meredith could have died after this traumatic incident too, making this another episode when she almost lost her life.
Meredith, get up!
She stands out here because she doesn't seem that badly hurt, but everyone around her is doing horribly. From Derek waking up in the forest having been thrown from the plane to Arizona's femur fracture. Meredith has to say goodbye to her sister, Lexi, as part of the plane is on top of her and there's no way to get her out or help her survive. While she survives this tragedy, it's definitely a terrible situation to endure, and it affects her for a long time afterward. And at number 5, we have No Time for Despair. Season 17 of Grey's Anatomy has shown what it's like for doctors to work in the COVID-19 pandemic. The characters wear masks and are trying to save their patients from this horrible virus. In a heartbreaking storyline, Meredith gets sick, and in this episode, her status becomes especially dire and she is put on a ventilator. She is close to death, and that's why she keeps picturing herself on a beach, seeing all of her favorite people from Derek to George. In a later episode, Meredith sees Lexi and Mark.
Time you fight the change. You cling on to what you have and what you know, like that's how it should always be.
Such a waste of life.
Right?
What's a waste?
Fighting change.
Which is especially emotional for fans since they died together after the horrible plane crash at the end of season 8. It has been tough watching Meredith fight for her life. Coming off at number 4, we have Drowning on Dry Land. When fans of Grey's Anatomy think about Meredith Grey, they often remember the disturbing episode in which she almost drowns. At the end of the 15th episode of season 3, Walk on Water, Meredith falls into Elliott Bay, and at the beginning of episode 16, she's drowning. This is one of Meredith's most horrifying near-death experiences, as she can see herself dying and she even hears her mom talking to her while in this state. At number 3, we have Death and All His Friends. Grey's Anatomy has some heartwarming and sweet episodes, from storylines about weddings to the musical episode in season 7. 2 of the most important people in Meredith's life are at death's door in this season 6 episode, Christina and Derek. Gary Clark is devastated that his wife died at the hospital, and he's out for revenge. He kills Charles, and Meredith says that he should kill her because if he wants to hurt Derek, she's his wife, and also Lexi's sister.
You want justice, right? Your wife died. I know what happened. Derek told me the story. Lexi Grey is the one who pulled the plug on your wife. She's my sister. And the man on the table, I'm his wife. If you want to hurt them the way that you hurt, shoot me. I'm your eye for an eye.
Christina saves her life by saying that Meredith is expecting a baby, so he shouldn't shoot her. This is such a tense and action-packed episode, and it's another time when Meredith is very close to dying. And at number 2, we have It's the End of the World. There are many heartbreaking Grey's Anatomy episodes, and fans all remember the season 2 episode when a patient comes into the hospital with a bomb in their chest. This is also the episode when Kyle Chandler guest stars as Dylan Young, a member of the bomb squad. Of all the medical cases that have appeared on the show, this is one of the wildest. This is a terrifying episode to watch, as Meredith actually reaches her hand inside the patient's chest, where the bomb is. She survives, but it's still amazing that she was able to get away as she seemed so trapped. Fans were on the edge of their seats watching this episode. Finally, at number 1, we have The Sound of Silence. Richard makes many mistakes, but he's an important part of the hospital, a mentor, and a parental figure of sorts to Meredith. In this episode, the two characters share a moment outside after a patient attacks Meredith. After Lou has surgery, he experiences hyperaggression that can occur afterward, and he almost kills Meredith.
Let's get back on the bed, Lou.
This is one of the most terrifying and disturbing things to happen to Meredith, and it really changes her. She had survived death so many times, and since she was so comfortable going after her dreams at the hospital, it was hard for her to imagine that a patient could almost end her life. Meredith has faced more danger than most, and each near-death experience has shaped her into the strong, fearless doctor we know and love. Whether it's surviving a drowning, a plane crash, or a brutal attack, she always finds a way to keep going. These episodes remind us why she's the heart of Grey's Anatomy. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Grey's content.